And as you can see, these plants are just loaded with tomatoes, but the freeze will get them. And here are the tomato plants after the freeze. Why, hello everyone, and welcome to the back garden yard. I had some people ask me, well, you rushed out when it was going to be 27 degrees for a low, and you picked so many vegetables. You picked the beans, and you picked the tomatoes, and you picked the peppers. Well, did you really need to? What happened to your garden? So today I'm going to show you what was killed and what survived. So let's just do a quick walk around of the back garden yard. So first I'm going to show you the peppers before the freeze, and then I'm going to show them to you now 3 days later. So here we go. And then we've got banana peppers. Okay, so now let's look at the peppers 3 days after the 27-degree freeze. Completely obliterated. Oh, and then of course there's the pole lima beans. Well, they're a little stronger than tomatoes and peppers, but let's take a look at the beans. And as you can see, they are done. There's still a little life to them, but they will make nothing else. So that is what happened to those three vegetables, and that's why I came over so fast and picked everything when I heard it was going to be 27 degrees. Now let's look and see what survived. Well, the first thing is kale. This kale, you can't even tell that it has seen any cold weather. It did very, very well. And then I've got these purple Asian mustard greens, and I want you to look how nice they look. They are just thriving. Once again, they were developed overseas in Asia where the winters get even colder than this. They weren't nipped at all. And then there's the green romaine lettuce, just looking fine. No problem at all with the green romaine. Then the red romaine lettuce, beautiful, just totally beautiful. And it doesn't have any problem at all. It was not nipped. And this is what I'd like to show you about the red romaine lettuce, or any lettuce you plant. We planted this back in August, and it has really been good this fall. You can see where we picked all these leaves, and we're still picking it, but it's starting to bolt. It's just starting to flower out up top here. So it's going to be done soon, and we wouldn't have any lettuce. But what we did was we went ahead and planted a later crop of lettuce, and this is the same lettuce as this lettuce. And as you can see, it has come out and has done very, very well, and it'll be here right on through December until we get the hard freeze and the ice storms of December and January here in Georgia, and then it'll be gone. So that's one reason you want to make sure you plant your lettuce in sequence throughout the fall, because if it starts to bolt, you're going to be out of lettuce in November and December, and everyone loves fresh lettuce in November and December. So that's exactly what happened here. Let's go look at the front garden and see how it did. So the first thing are the bunch onions, and they didn't get nipped at all. They're looking really, really nice. They got a few extra weeds, but they survived the cold very, very well. And then over here is the Napa cabbage, and the Napa cabbage still looking very, very nice, almost ready for harvest. making these very, very nice heads of cabbage for me now. And my wife's gonna make some really nice kimchi out of this. Plus we had it last night. Just steamed a bunch of these leaves. Oh, that's so good. Here's a little bit of bok choy that's still left over here, and it survived totally perfectly, so no problem here. Then I had some peppers back here, and you can see that once again they're totally dead, but the strawberry plants are surviving very nice. They'll survive the whole winter if I just go ahead and put some coverage on them. When we get the really, really cold January weather, I'll cover them up, and then I'll come out here and separate some and work them some, and we will end up having some very nice strawberries from these plants hopefully next spring. And then there's these very large radishes, and they survive very fine. They didn't get nipped at all, and these radishes are ready for harvest. These are the big ones, and once again my wife likes to make kimchi out of them. I like to put them with mustard greens, and it's kind of like putting turnips in turnip greens, and cook them along with that. So we've got a very, very nice crop of these huge Asian radishes here. And my trumpet flowers were in full bloom, and now they're completely destroyed. And of course they won't come back until next summer. But I had a really, really nice display of trumpet flowers, and they got totally killed by the freeze. And finally, I want to show you these mustard greens. These mustard greens are the ones we'll have for Thanksgiving, and they are just beautiful. Now, they did get nipped just a little bit. I can see a little bit of cold damage here, but they survived very, very well, and they're going to be very, very nice for Thanksgiving. And then over here is my last stand of bok choy. And once again, these are perfectly ready for harvest, and they are looking very, very nice. So we got to get busy eating stir-frying bok choy. And there's a surprise over here. We had a bloom out over here of the shiitake mushrooms. They have come out on my shiitake mushroom logs, and I've got a nice harvest of shiitake mushrooms here ready to pick. So we'll be having a nice stir fry of steak and peppers and mushrooms and bok choy here in a day or two, or maybe even tonight. Well, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The garden has survived. The things I thought would get killed did get killed. But all in all, it was a very nice survival, and I'll still have this garden. Of course, I'm starting to prepare things for the 2026 garden, so don't miss those videos. Please like and subscribe, and we will see you on the next video.